But the more money we come across, the more problems we see. There's a song that goes this way: the more money we come across, the more problems we see. Now, the thing is, it is very important that we understand, we realize that as we increase in revenue, as people increase in their earnings, their mentality is supposed to get better. Your understanding is supposed to increase and improve. We have seen a situation over the years, if we are observant, where as we increase in revenue, certain things became more damaging to us. I want to refer you to the situation, to the era where our economic situation changed in the country. I'm referring to the green gold era, where people were generating good revenues from banana production. Now, prior to that, there was widespread poverty that I can remember. Things were not as bright. But when the green gold era came about, it ushered in um, a better economic situation for many people. Now, with that came a lot of bad practices also that affected people. One of the things that I observed is that before they boom in the banana era, when people were having food, their lunch, it was customary that they would have food with a glass of water. Now, when things got better, we also noticed that it became customary for them to have their meals with juice because people would go to the wholesale places and buy a quarter or a half bag of rice, um, sugar, flour. During that time, also, it was customary for people, farmers, the ordinary people that I know, to buy cases of soft drinks to put at their homes. So some would be drinking soft drinks and juice. When the soft drink finish, they make juice and vice versa. So what we did is we increased the pool of sugar, the pool of glucose in our bloodstreams during that time, much more than we were accustomed to. And so when things when we were just consuming our food with water, I never heard of there were not too many people with diabetes. But after this thing, when people started drinking their soft drinks and their juice, we then started noticing incidences of diabetes. We never used to hear all of these diabetic cases that we have, diabetes cases. And I'm not saying that this was the principal reason why these things happen, but I observed that, as a young guy, I noticed when we started using a lot of sugar. So sometimes the more money we come across, the more problems we see. Another thing that we're seeing right now, if you're observant, you will notice it in some communities. There, especially in the Denry Basin, there's what we call short trip now. And people that normally would have been walking after work or walking to go to work, they are no longer walking. Everybody is paying 150 or whatever to travel short distances. And normally they would be burning some calories, and now you have everybody walking. And before it was not so. So what we're going to have as a result of this kind of living is um, we're going to call up on a lot of cardiovascular disease on our situations if we do not check and we do not change these behaviors. Again, the more money we come across, the more problems we see. One of the things that we notice also is that and I noticed that in the banana era, during the banana boom, um, especially among males, as their revenue increased, they increased on the number of sexual partners that they had. So people would be saying things like, nah, before he was with the lady, everything was okay, and now that he has more money, he is with all of those people. The thing is, in my opinion, from what I understand, money does not change people like that. The guy always wanted to do what he wanted to do. It was in him. He had the propensity to do it. He is now in a situation where he has more money, so he's doing what he really wanted to do all along. The thing is, the more money we come across, the more problem we see. The other thing is, as we became more wealthy, as we reach a point where we could have bought a bread easier, we adopted an independent mindset and behavior. We became more individualistic and more selfish to some extent. Now, the people long ago, when they were constructing their houses, it was customary that the community would come and help them. All you had to do was to, provide them with food and probably some bottles of rum, and a lot of people would come and help you. So that situation helped a lot of people build their houses and other big projects that they would not have been able to do by themselves. But right now, with people being more affluent now, you have a situation now where there's more selfishness, the sense of individualism, and a more independent mentality, and people tend to move away from the community structures that we had. We had certain things in place, so but they move away from that. Everybody think that they have money, and so people sometimes under tremendous stress, under tremendous pressure, because everybody is trying to do things by themselves. And that is one of the problems that come across with more money. Individualistic mentality, then what happened, it puts more stress on the individual. And economically, when you really look at it, people are not able to achieve as much as they would have done with the community. And also there is more stress, and more probably situations with mental health issues. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this: it is not only about getting more money, it is not only about elevating your economic status, but as you get more money, as you move from one social strata to a higher one, your mentality is supposed to increase and improve also. Your mindset is supposed to be changing. You're supposed to be increasing in wisdom and understanding. If not, if you're just going to be increasing in wealth or money or whatever, and your understanding and your wisdom and your mentality is not going to get better, it might be detrimental to your growth and progress and success. Sometimes the more money we come across, the more problems we see. And to avoid that, we need to make sure that our minds develop, our understanding and knowledge develop as we're going to get more money. Keep the fire burning.